Do you get a feeling of panic right before hitting record? We do, and you're not alone. Yes, because we do. Yeah, overcoming camera anxiety is a big thing, and we're going to talk today about the 3 Ps of
That's right.
helping with that: planning, preparation, and practice.
And practice and practice. And
Yes.
I want to just underscore how important the planning, the
Mhm.
preparation, and not winging it, and the practice. And
Yes.
so,
Hi, I'm Nancy Walsh.
and I'm Robert Arnot, the video wizard. It's nice
Yes.
to be with you today.
Yes. And
So, just to review of sorts, why does camera anxiety happen? Well, the common fears are being judged, making mistakes and being seen doing that, not liking how we look on camera, and a lack of preparation, which is something we want to focus on today, the preparation. The importance of preparation, it really helps reducing anxiety. It helps improve your delivery. And the point is that you're not winging it. It's one thing to say you can start a video and just wing it, but
yeah, there are some situations where winging it or just hit and record and go on, and in some situations where there's a really exciting thing happening and you just want to hit record and get it going. But often if you're doing it just to try because you think you know what you can do it on your own, it can cause rambling, get you just going on and on and on because you kind of forgot about some of the key points of what you needed to, say in your video. So not getting those key points, and then sometimes your message might be long and drawn out and not concise, and often if you're winging it, you can actually not look as confident or feel as confident.
That's right. Yeah. And you think you're cool, but it's maybe not really getting the point across, and people might just click off.
Yeah. So, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I think about we'll call it winging it, but let's rephrase that as a spontaneous video. And even the spontaneous video can benefit from a few moments of just getting clear, thinking through the different blocks of what you want to say, and then don't ever forget to take the deep breath.
Yeah. So, planning your video is what we're going to be talking about today. So the first part of the 3 Ps is planning. And so before you even start thinking about doing a video, decide what your goal is for that video. Are you going to inform? Are you going to educate? Are you going to entertain? Maybe all three.
Yes.
But also decide who you want to reach, which target audience, who are they, what do they need, what are their problems that you want to solve, and then be sure to get your message in and clear, figure out what the message is going to be, whether it's going to be some tips or whatever you're going to be sharing in your video, and then be sure to think about the call to action, what you want them to do at the end of the video. That's a key part of your video. And those are things, get those figured out, and then, we'll go to the next step.
Yeah, and so preparing your script.
XP.
So what I want to say is memorizing, really, forget memorizing. You could try to do certain chunks that you've memorized, but that's going to lead to needing to do editing and different pieces.
Lots of editing.
You can write a script, but we really want to speak about using teleprompters. I mean, we are experienced with teleprompters, but honestly, when you have a script loaded into a teleprompter, trying to keep the speed so that you feel natural, and just the reading and the way your eye it's an unnatural feeling. And so we really don't actually promote using teleprompters as part of preparing.
If you've done a lot of practicing and maybe even training with it, we never used a teleprompter unless we had another person controlling the speed, because it's almost impossible to get the wording to come at the right time for you to if it's a really specific video that the words are very important, that you're exactly right, then maybe the teleprompter
and maybe
could
only
be
a 2 or 3 minute video.
minimal,
So it's
very short.
But as far as bullet points are concerned, we oftentimes will make a few bullet points to help us sort of remember the sequence and just put them to the side of the camera. If you have a teleprompter, you can, if you have the type of monitor that can flip something, you could put, like, say, a PowerPoint presentation and just use bullet points. When you're doing that, then the bullet points really should include an introduction, the main points that you need to remember, and a conclusion. And I know for myself, actually, I was a tenured professor. I did many, many lectures, but most commonly with lecture materials. But I want to say that it is not easy to wing it. And when you have a set of bullet points or something, you feel like you're being supported and you have that material. So please, when you're thinking about preparing for what you're going to do, think about...
Go ahead. Well, I was going to just say that's why lectures and, webinars often have bullet points, because it helps the person stay, and know what they're going to be saying next.
Yeah, and so in those bullet points, just use a few words or short phrases to remind you of what you want to say. And again, I think the camera anxiety just reduces a lot by knowing that you at least you don't have to remember your whole sequence. You just need to be prompted, okay? And so again, also in preparing your script and your overall video, if you're going to use visuals or some kind of prop, let's say you're doing a demo, you're making something in the kitchen, you want to make sure all your visuals and props are prepared correctly, or indeed also if you're going to do an edited video where you might have some B-roll, you'll need to think that out as part of your script. It isn't like, after the thought, you're just going to add something. But prepare any necessary materials, and for your demonstration, all of that under preparing is so worth it. Because it's one thing to make a quick video call to your grandma, but this is like for your business and trying to move you forward and having people get to know you. So I really encourage the preparation part.
And of course, our third P is practicing your delivery. Practice out loud. Go ahead and review and actually say, work with the whole thing with your bullet points, check your pacing, your clarity, and so forth, and even hit the record a few times during your practice to just review it. I know that is so hard to look at yourself, but over time you'll get a little bit more used to it, and it helps you to review, because you can look at your body language, how much you're using your hands,
how much
all sorts of things, and going, I forgot to, mention this, that's really important. So, it does, and as you do more and more of the videos, it gets easier.
It will get easier.
But practicing each time before you deliver, even our lives, we do a practice run. Might not tell, can tell it, but we try to run through it a few times. I want to underscore a couple of things that Nancy just said there too. One is about practicing out loud. There is something about the vibration of your tone and your voice. You can tune into it. And I think it actually helps with setting the tone of your delivery, and being able to then look at it and
be okay with yourself. You know, we shared last week about how some even movie stars actually don't like seeing themselves on in the movie. Or if you are looking at yourself, I think from the more metaphysical side of things, if you're able to look and really be proud of what you've got, feel good about yourself, that's going to make your video more receptive out in the world. And if you do have issues about being seen and how you look, don't forget to EFT what we showed last week, and you have the guide. Even though I think I look crazy on video, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And more.
That's one of the things that are some other ways of going ahead and easing anxiety is tapping. We talked about that in our last session last week. So it is a known technique for reducing anxiety. It's being learned more and more, and being used more and more. And I am an EFT practitioner, so I use it quite a bit in our practice and helping people with getting over the fear of being on camera and some of the other.
It's amazing to see the research and the brain scans that actually support it. It just, I think, because you're doing like tapping on your face, and how can that possibly, what can be with it? It's a huge help.
It's using acupuncture points that you don't have to use needles, you're just tapping.
Yeah, so if one thing we could continue to impart on our team, our team, is the importance of emotional freedom techniques and being able to use it. It's free. It's not rocket science either about how to use it. And then, of course, taking deep breaths before you start. I know that when I get going and I'm trying to pull it all together to start or to press record, I forget to breathe normally, and it's a normal, stress response to have a shallow breath. But the deep breath just helps open your muscles and also get some more oxygen back in to your brain.
And it just calms the system. And taking 3 deep breaths and letting it out a little longer than what you breathe in can really help in the nervous system for relaxing. And then, a thing that we mentioned last time as well is really paying attention to who you're serving. Think about helping, the person that you're doing the video for, rather than worrying so much about how you look or sound, but really just thinking about who you're serving. It helps me kind of just get out of, my own kind of worrisome thinking and get, why am I doing this video? I want to help you guys, start doing videos, or so forth.
That's what we're about. And it's not like you're doing a sales proposal. What we're doing is looking to connect and really do a way of being of service by what we have to offer.
But even a sales proposal is helping the person solve a problem. So, even in those sales videos, you're still offering someone to help solve a problem.
That term came to my mind. What I was thinking more of, like, say you're trying to write a proposal for a contract or something like that. You may as well just have written it. So
there you go.
And then?
So one of the other things that causes anxiety for doing videos is not knowing what to say. What are you going to be saying? And we've been covering some of that too in some of our other videos, but we have created a free guide for you to do, because ChatGPT can really help in that process of figuring out what you want to say.
There you see it on the screen right there.
Yes, and so that is our ChatGPT Quick Guide, Essential Tips and Prompts for 10 Key Marketing Videos. And it's quick and easy, but it can really help get the blank slate, going as far as what to say in your videos.
And I'm sure a lot of you have heard that recently the company behind ChatGPT has released a new large language model, ChatGPT 4.0, O meaning omni, like ever present. Oh, wow. And it's actually available for free use, where it used to be you had to pay for the Plus at $20 a month to get the just the ChatGPT 4. And so the AI is taking leaps and bounds, and the more you can learn how to use it to work with you as a teammate, it's amazing. So yeah,
and so we'll have a link to be able to get that guide in the comments or in the below the video. So and below, we would very much like to have you comment on it and leave any questions you might have, or we'd love to hear your experiences with what you've used to calm nerves, or whether you've have just not chosen to do videos because it is too anxiety producing. So we'd love to hear how we could help, or
I think that's
how it's been going for you.
What we sort of, part of our brand ambassador thing is helping people break through, I don't know if you would call it the glass ceiling, but whatever it is that's been holding you back from doing videos, to just be able to get, so you start. I think it's just, you can't do without video as far as a way of communicating, and these things to help calm your nerves is a huge piece.
People get to know you, the know, like, and trust, and be able to no longer be the best kept secret, which we're trying to,
again, with the type of video that's possible just from your own phone is so stunning compared to what it was like back when I started a long time ago with little tapes and so forth. So
all right, well, be sure to let us know if you have any questions, and we'd love to connect with you.
And we'll be seeing you again.
So if you like the video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button and notifications, and we'd love to hear a comment. So be sure to...
yes, thank you very much. And we're really dedicated to helping y'all be able to get out on video and do it more efficiently and effectively. And so thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Bye.